Welcome to the FlexMLS webinar for the FlexMLS Pro app on Android. In this webinar, I will review how to download the app and how to navigate its functions. So let's begin. So I'm using a Samsung Galaxy 6 just for reference. Excuse me. So before you can get started, you have to download the app by going to your Play Store. So you'll navigate to your Play Store. I'm just going to tap my apps and look for the Play Store. So this is it right here, your Play Store. So you'll tap that app. Once the screen comes up where you can search for your apps, in this field you want to type in FlexMLS Pro. So get to there, Flex, and actually it'll come up before you get to the Pro part. All right, so I got FlexMLS in there. Here is the icon. This is the app that you want, FlexMLS Pro with the little house there. So you tap that. And if you don't have it installed, this will say uninstall, but instead of open, this will say install. You'll tap that and that will install the app. Now once the app is installed, let's get rid of the screen here. Once it's installed on your mobile device, you just browse for it and that's what it looks like right there. FlexMLS Pro, it's the got the blue with the blue house in it with the white. So blue and white app icon. So you'll tap that icon and it'll take you to the login screen. Now I've been logged in already, so it keeps me logged in. But the login screen will be a username and the password field. You log in using the exact same credentials that you do on your desktop. So once you log in, this will be, not this, but this will be the default screen. You will always come here after login, which is your search screen. So before I go over the items and search here, I'm going to go over the items, the icons down at the bottom. So this one you can tell something is selected because it'll be highlighted. So like if I tap on a different icon, you see how that's colored like that? So this will always be your default, the search screen that you see here. Okay, so the next icon is the little flame there. That's the hot sheet icon. The hot sheet shows you the recently updated events by category. You can use the filter link here to drill down on location, time frame, and property type. So if you've never used the hot sheet before, when you come here, it'll be all the listings for MLS. So I've used the filter before, so that's why my numbers are kind of low. So we'll tap on filter. All right, so you'll get this box. So this is the last search that I did. So I'm just going to get rid of Brookfield there. So here in that field where your cursor's flashing, you can enter a city, zip, or location. So the city, the zip, or the map location if you have a map overlay saved. So I'm going to enter in the location of Wauwatosa. So when I tap in that field, it'll bring up a list of where I've searched before. And if it's not in my list, then I can just type it in there. But here you have two options. You can type in your location here, or you can use the location that you're at currently by using your phone's location. It'll find out where you are and it'll look for the hot sheet, the properties that are in the area that you are. So you can tap the My Location and it'll look for it in a radius that you choose. And we'll do that in a few seconds. Okay, so I'm going to type in my location of Wauwatosa. So once you type in the first few letters, it brings up the matches. I'm just going to tap Wauwatosa. All right. Next is the time frame. You've got your choice of today, past 2 days, past 3 days, or past week. Okay. So I'm just going to do the past 2 days and tap OK. And then property type. You can look for any combination that's here. So let's say I wanted to do single family, two family, and condominium. And then I'll tap OK. And then I'll tap View Events. You see the little circle spin, and then these are my matches. Okay, so you'll see the number for new for the time frame that you selected, the price change, back on market, closed, which is sold, pending, expired, withdrawn. Canceled will always be 0. We don't use the canceled status in our MLS. So if I wanted to look at these 6 new listings, I just tap that and it brings those listings up. So here they are. icon that's here, that's lit up, this is the list. That's how you're seeing the list here. So that's the view that we're looking at. You can tap on an individual listing and it'll open up to that listing. So it tells you how many photos that are on there, and you can just swipe left through the photos. You can even tap on the photos to just give you the photos. And then I'm just going to tap the back icon on my phone down in the lower right corner. As you scroll up, you can see here if there's a see more, that opens up the rest of the text there. So this is pulling from the public remarks. Under more info, you can tap the map to get the map location of the listing, driving directions using a mapping app on your phone, videos, virtual tours if they're available, any documents, history, tax information, and schedule showing through showing time. There's the listing member and office information and all of the data sheet items. Okay. Also within the screen, if you'd like to select this listing, that's what that little checkbox is for, maybe add it to a cart or something. Down at the bottom gives you an option for share. You can share it to a customer or to any function that's programmed on your phone. So I'll show you. When I tap share, I can share it to a selected contact, or I can tap more share options and then use any of these. So this is based on what I've got installed on my phone. All right, and I'm just backing out of here using my phone's back. I can recommend this listing into a contacts portal cart. I can look at the showing information. This little icon, the 3 dots in the circle, that's more. So when you tap on that, it's more options. And I'll just tap on cancel. You can also page to the next listing by using the little arrow that's there. So this is the second in that list. Or you can back to the search results screen here and tap on either one you want. Or you can look at them in the single list view. So tapping that icon, little square there, by swiping up, it's the single list view like this. So it's a bigger photo. I can tap see more without opening the data sheet. But if I wanted to open the data sheet, you just tap in this area. Oops. Tap in that area and then it opens up there you go, information. All right. And I'll just hit back going out. And I can also look at them on the map. That's what this little icon is for, the location icon. So these are the items that are on the map. I can do the pinching, the zoom out, or I can do the spread to zoom in. Okay. All right. So that's our hot sheet icon. I'm just going to back out of here. The next icon is the people icon, the little 2 people down there, right there. The people icon is your contact list. Tapping on a contact will give you access to their news feed if applicable. So if I tap on this one here, their portal collections, if you have your customers set up on a portal, any searches saved to their contact file, and any messages you've sent them via their portal. You can also create new messages from here. So I just tapped on my existing contact, Barclays. So these are the listings within their news feed, the subscription. So when I tap on that, I can see what those listings are. Okay, I'll back out. Their portal collection. So when I tap on that, these are their portal collections. I can tap on the searches and see searches that are saved to their contact file. These little green dots here that you see on the end indicate that they have an active subscription. So if you see a search in here that doesn't have that little green dot, there's not an active subscription on it, and you can actually tap, there'll be I think a little subscribe icon there. You can tap that and pop it on a subscription. Okay. All right, and then next is messages. So when I tap on messages, these are messages I've previously had with this customer, and then I can also write a message using the little pen and paper icon and send them a message. Again, this is if your customer's on an active portal. All right, and just backing out of that. And these, whenever you see these little arrows like that, that's refresh. So if you can refresh your screen using that. All right. Scrolling on down, You'll see their primary phone number you've added to their account, their mobile number. These little icons means you can dial that number. This is a little text icon to send for the mobile. It will show you the primary email address on the customer's file. If you've got more than one email address on the customer's file, you can only see the primary here. And then if you've entered in home and work addresses on the customer file, it'll show here. You can also edit any information here by tapping the edit. You can add a contact, I'm just going to back out of the screen, by tapping the plus sign. To add a contact, you have to have at least the email address and their first name. Even though it says optional, it won't let you just add it using the email field. So it has to be the email and the first name. The rest of this is optional. You don't have to add it. And then you just tap done. All right. Okay, so that is the contact icon. Next in the list is the little house that you see. This house icon gives you access to your listing collections. These are your listing collections. So I'm going to bring up my desktop Flex account and show you where that is. So over in your search menu, listing collections, that's where that little icon is pointing to. So any saved listing collections, you can access them from the collections icon on your device. All right, so that's what that is. And then lastly, the three horizontal lines is the more icon. So this would be you there. Any messages, if you had any new messages, it'll be a little indicator there telling you had a new message. The messages here are messages from customers and other agents. So if another agent has sent you a message through FlexMLS, you can read them here. And you just tap on here like that. And then you can reply at the bottom like that. Okay? Let's back out of here. And you can write a message also. Okay, next is the members. That's the member search field. So if you got a call from a member and you want to verify their information, or you need to look up the information of a member, you can just simply type in their name. So I'll type in that I'm looking for John Morse and tap my little checkbox key down at the bottom of my keyboard. So there's John. I tap on John, and there's all of his information on his profile. And again, can call with your little icons there, and if he's got a mobile number in there, you can tap on that. You can also look at this agent's listings and that office's listings by tapping on those icons. Okay, I'll back out of that. Next is My Listings. If you have any active or pending listings, or whatever shows in your My Listings on the desktop version here, you can see it by tapping on this. I don't have any listings, so mine would be 0, but that's where you could see them. The send us feedback. This doesn't come directly to us. This goes to our vendor. If you're experiencing some type of difficulty with the app, please give us a call here at the help desk or email us at support@metromls.com or call 414-778-5450 and report the issue that you're having to us. We in turn send a ticket to our vendor. If you use the send us feedback icon, the vendor will probably direct you to your MLS, and then we have to go through the way that I just told you to go through. All right. You can rate the app. Change user you will not have because I have different permissions than you, and then you can log out. So that's it for the icons at the bottom. So we're going to go back to search by tapping search, and I'm going to run you through the search. All right, starting from the top, quick launch. This works just like the quick launch bar if you're familiar with it, and I'll bring up my desktop application here, where you can enter in an address, city, zip, or a menu item, or do a search there. So I'll show you how to do it on the device. It's pretty much the same. So let's say I wanted to look for condominium listings in a particular zip code. So I'll tap in that field, and then I will type in 2 BR for bedroom, 1.5 BA for bathroom, then condominium, and it wants you to spell it. And I'll put in my zip code 53202. All right, so you can see right here, it's bringing it up. And then if you wanted to add a price, you could. For instance, if I wanted to do 150 to 200, I would put 150K dash 200K, and then you would tap the little search here. So I'm going to tap that. All right, and I have 72 results. So based upon what I entered in that quick launch bar, this is what I have. So there's my list. Again, I can look at them in the single listing format, and I can view them on the map. Okay. Now another thing with the map here is this little icon here will basically, when you tap that, that'll put you where you are right now. It'll move your location to where you're sitting at physically right there. This little icon is where you can draw a map shape. So let's say you just wanted to get this little section that was right there. You can draw a map shape around there. So I'm just going to tap that on. Let's see if it turned on. There we go. And I'm just doing a circle with my finger, just tracing a circle around on my phone map here on the surface with my finger, so I can just look at the listings in that area if I'd like to, and then look at my list like that. That's pretty cool. All right. All right, I'm going to back out of here. Okay. Next is the new search where you can fill in a new search. So we'll tap that. All right, so this one will bring you to the map and it'll center you down on your current location. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I may not want to search in my current location, but let's say that I did. So residential single family is a default. Let's say I wanted to see two families where I was right now. I can just tap that, tap two family. All right. Okay, so that's where the two families are. Even though there's 835 results, that's in the MLS. In the location I am right now, it's just showing me that one. Again, I can pinch my map, give it a little bit more area, see if a few more will pop in. Yeah, there they are over there. Or I can spread it. I can also filter this down. So by tapping filter here, I can choose, let's say I wanted to see, list price, pop in a list price. So I'll tap the little square there to turn it green. Let's say I wanted to search from 180 to 240, like that. All right, so I'm getting 153 results. I can add other things like garage spaces, bedrooms, total bathrooms, anything that you want to. You also have add a field. Maybe there's a field that you want to see that you want to search on that you don't see. You can tap add a field, and then you got a whole list to go through there by tapping that. All right, I'm just going to cancel. So that's how you can add parameters to your search. If you're done and you want to see those results, you just tap the view results there. All right, so all that green that we're seeing over there, because I didn't add a municipality or any location, I just kind of tapped it in. So this is where you can kind of move the map to kind of, instead of tapping in a municipality or whatever, you just kind of move the map and see what's there. Okay. Also at the top here, what you see, and you can change it. Let's say, oh, I don't want to see two family, I want to see condominium. You can do that. And it'll reload your search. All right. Now you can also share these from this point. So this little icon there, that's your share. When you tap on that, you can give it the search and name. You can attach it to a contact and set them up on a subscription from here. Okay. Gonna back out. So you're sharing the search with the customer. Or these little three dots there, you can save this search as a regular save search to your account. Cancel. Or you can add these listings that are here to your favorite. Add the search to your favorite. I'm sorry, add the search, not the listings, to your favorites. Okay. So again, that would be going, when you save it, that would be going to here, your saved search. All right. All right, I'm going to back out of there. All right. Next is address. If you'd like to do an address search, tap on address. So let's say you wanted to search on an address. I'm just going to type something in here, 6818 West Clovernook. Oops. All right, so as I'm typing it in, it's saying it's found 6 results with that match that address. So when I tap that, it's the same address, but I can see the history of it here. And you can tell that it's by MLS number by the age of it. So it looks like this one right here with the 2 is the earliest listing. And then it looks like the 145 is the latest listing that is sold under. And again, you can tap it, take a look. All right. So it's a simple search. Advanced, if you tap on advanced, this is where if you're not quite sure what the address is, you need to search on a range, you know, the street name, that kind of thing. So it gives you a couple more options with the address. All right, I'm just going to back out of that. And a unit number too. All right, so that's the address search. Next is MLS number search. So this is where you can type search on an MLS number. So let's say there's a list number that a customer called me about that they'd like to search on. So that was one, I'm just making up something, 1232. So once you type that in, and then I'm hitting my little checkbox at the bottom of my keyboard there, I've got one result, and there it is. All right. If you want to search multiple list numbers, comma, space, 1511222, let's try that. Maybe there's no space there. Let me back that up. All right, there it goes. No space, comma, no space when you're searching multiple list numbers, just like that. All right. Going back to the search screen here, just backing up. Next, this section are searches you've recently performed. Just like on your desktop FlexMLS where it'll save draft searches like recent searches here, same thing here, recent searches. All right. Favorites, if you have any favorite searches, when I type that here, favorites are coming from what you have favorited here. So you see these two that I've marked as favorites that are here. How you mark a search as a favorite, you select it, and then you click the little star right here. So that one was already a favorite. So hey, like that. So now that's a favorite search. So I can back out of this, and then maybe if I come back in it, it probably takes, I think, a couple seconds for it to update. But that's where those favorites are coming from. Okay? It's from here. All right. And then last are your saved searches. So where we just came from on the desktop, here under saved searches, that's where this is pointing at. All of your plain old saved searches that aren't attached to any customers. All righty. So that was a pretty brief, to the point overview of FlexMLS Pro app on Android phone. If you have any questions, please give us a call at the help desk at 414-778-5450. You can always stop the video, play the video over again, pause it if you didn't catch anything. But if you have any suggestions for us, please give us a call, or you can send us an email at support@metromls.com. Thanks a lot.